All right. Hi guys, welcome back to PKFX YouTube trading channel. So this will be a very quick trade update on the 3 trades that I have been stopped out. So I want to document this as honest as possible so that I do not repeat these mistakes, or I understand and take some lessons learned from this particular trades that I've actually took a loss. So this week has been a little difficult for me. I would say the trade did initially go into my favor, and then I lost it anyway. So we'll start off with the XAUUSD gold trade. Now this trade, to be fair, it was pretty painful for me because when I entered this particular trade, it literally just went straight to my take profit. The thing is, when I woke up the next day, when I was about to check my candles, the charts, it was already making this move over here, meaning to say this particular week towards the TP has already happened. Because I don't set my take profits, the market has already reversed and was actually going up. So what I did is I went to the lower time frames to see what happened, and at that point of time the market did make this pullback, and then it already was about to turn over here. So my first impression was, hey, you know what, the market has already hit my TP, came back up, now it's making a move towards the downside. Most probably this is going to be a trend continuation towards the downside. So this is when I decided to continue to hold this particular trade. This was a beautiful 1 to 2 risk to reward, and as you can see, upon entry the market literally started going down, and I would have already took a win over here. But because by the time I woke up it was something like this over here, I decided to continue to hold. And unfortunately the market thereafter decided to completely go in the opposite direction and went all the way up here, breaking the 30 minutes candlestick pattern from a sell into a buy, back into a buy, right? So the problem here is, at this point of time I said, you know what, I've already committed to this trade and my stop loss is way above here, so I'm going to continue to hold. Now the right thing that I should have done is to reevaluate the stop loss, and understanding that this particular stop loss is still within this particular box over here, unless if my stop loss is something like this above the particular box, then it makes sense to say this entire area of interest can still act as a resistance to push the market down. But because my stop loss was here, the right thing to be for me to do at that point of time, I would say, was to call this particular trade as a break even. But this is where I would say, in a way, a little bit of greed came into play. In a way, the emotion was not really intact. And the reason is because the market already hit the TP and reversed completely. And this can happen in any trades out there. I decided to continue to hold. The market even went back to this losses area. Lucky me, it did reverse back again and came back all the way down. Now, this is the next sad part, right? Because when the market came all the way back down, I did not take profit again. Because my expectation at that point of time is I saw the market did this huge wick and then came back down again and broke back again, creating a new 4-hour lower low and lower high. So at that point of time, I saw this as a trend continuation, and I told myself, you know what, even though I've already hit my TP, any sort of a pullback will eventually bring back the rally towards the downside. I was expecting the 4,000 to hold as a very strong resistance now that it has already broken and had a 4-hour candle closure below, right? The next candle is just going to retest the 4,000 and continue the trend downside, towards the downside. But lo and behold, what happened over here, the market did not go towards the downside. The market literally shifted the direction and went and hit my stop loss. In fact, it broke the round psychological number of 4,000. It broke my entire area of interest. It took off my stop loss. It broke the 4-hour EMA. It even broke off the 4,100 round psychological number. Something did happen fundamentally, and the market literally shifted the direction completely like this, right? And this, I would say, was a pretty big candle move. Almost 14,000, right? 14,000 over here. So that's about, that's about an 8-hour move, 2 candles, right? 4-hour candlestick pattern, 8-hour move. But within a single day, the market reversed And now looking back at it, this was the lowest point. And the right thing to do at that point of time was to take profit, or at least move my stop loss to break even, to take profit, right? And put it over here. Well, why I didn't do that is because I was expecting the market to make a rally towards the upside and then push towards the downside. I didn't want to get stopped out and securing my profit only for the market to continue to rally towards the downside, right? So even if I go to the 30-minute candlestick over here for the smaller time frames, right, I can see that the market was literally going towards the downside. And if I were to look at the 30-minute candlestick, this is the lower low, and technically this was the lower high. So it had ample of space for the 30-minute candle to pull back before eventually rallying back down. So I decided to leave it open, but unfortunately, the market literally flew back up, and I lost this particular trade. So that is the sad part. I had two opportunities to take profit, which I did not, and the market hit my stop loss. So it is what it is. I took the hit, and I've documented this particular trade accordingly in my journal to be as reasonable as possible with the explanations, right? And right now the market has completely shifted back into a bullish momentum. So most probably this was indeed the lowermost area, right? If I were to zoom out for the daily candlestick pattern, I see that the market is now going back and retesting this particular area. Now, can it roll over and then go back down later on? Yeah, most definitely it can. But I'm done trading for the week because this was a 1% loss for me. And another trade, EURUSD also ended up being a loss. And this particular trade, ever since I entered this particular trade, the market pretty much went to the upside, hold the 4-hour EMA, came back down, did not break this particular area, and then rallied back to the upside, again got rejected by the EMA, and then it broke towards the downside. So what I saw was pretty much like a head and shoulders pattern that was retesting the neckline, but unfortunately the market decided to break above the round psychological number, the EMA, one more time, and then went straight to my stop loss. So this trade, I would say I was completely wrong in terms of the direction. Right now, not yet, because this looks like a week out, but if the market continues its trend towards the upside, then I'm okay. I'm completely wrong with the direction, right? So this is one of the trades that ended up, even though being an A+ setup, where you have the weekly, the daily, the 4-hour, the lower time frames, everything synced, aligned with you, but the market can always go to the opposite direction, because end of the day it's just probability. And I did check the news after hitting the stop loss, and the Fed chair was speaking, and there was like some news that actually induced this particular losses. Another trade that I also lost was USDCHF. This was the third loss, that upon entry, it actually went all the way down. This loss, it's okay, it's fine. I was saying that I either take the buy from here, or I'm going to take the buy from here at the round psychological number of 8,000. So right now, I'm not going to enter for another buy. I'm just going to chill first, see what the market has to do for until Friday, close of Friday, and then probably next week when it opens back on Monday, what the market does. But another buy opportunity is aligning over here. I just got to see what the market looks like on the upcoming weekly game plan. But yeah, these three trades is what I lost, and I documented everything accordingly. I've been taking quite a bit of losses for the past few weeks, and this was the last three losses that I updated again. I broke this losing streak with a win, but then the losing streak came back again. I had a break even, but the losing streak is still there. So to me, I would say this as a losing streak as well. Still, this one win doesn't make a big difference.
I can trade for you.
And even this break even, doesn't make a big difference, because a random winning and losing should look something like this. You have like 2 wins, 2 losses, 1 win, 1 loss, 3 wins, 1 loss. This is random. This is probably a losing streak, right? So I need to break out of this losing streak. So the best thing I can do is not trade for this week, let it all play out, and then once the market has already closed, I'll go back and recheck again for the upcoming week's weekend game plan, and then make some new moves the following week. I let it all play out for this week, and I don't touch the charts at all. That is my plan. I've also updated that, when I went back and checked, this particular trades and the reason for the losses, there was actually some news induced losses. I did have some CHF CPI data releases that would have caused the volatility, which actually did. The timing did match accordingly. And also, if I look at the EURUSD pair, right, I also cross-checked with the news, and there was some Euro news, and non-farm employment change and FOMC member was speaking. So all this was going on, and I was not following up as well. And this could have been the reason for the volatility as well. So yeah, the market was volatile when it hit my, I would say, stop loss. If I were to zoom in the 30-minute candlestick, and I go back over here to the charts, I could clearly see that, the market was ranging before it decided to just literally dump, right? And EURUSD, also the same thing. The market just decided to suddenly just freaking fly towards the upside, right? And same goes to XAUUSD, right? When the market decided to suddenly just go to the upside. So usually when this kind of sudden move happens, it's probably news induced. But that's the thing, that is the risk that I was willing to take. I either trade purely technical or I trade fundamentals. If I try to combine both, I won't be able to cope up with all the news that's happening. So for me, for my style of trading, I prefer just technicals. And these are some of the cases where all your trades can go into losses back to back because of the news that came out. So I had 3 trades open, all 3 hit my stop loss, and it is what it is. I lost about 2.5% for this particular week, and I'm done trading for the week. So yeah, that is pretty much the trades updates. I will document all these things accordingly for the lessons learned. That's for another video. But yeah, making sure that I'm documenting everything over here. So thank you so much for your time, guys, and good luck out there and have a good day. Bye-bye.